Yeah, I want to go over removing the clutch assembly on the Briggs Stratton engine without using any special tools. I noticed, actually I fixed the recoil on this just the other day, or yesterday, whatever it was. You know, it works fine, right? And, you know, I'm just pulling the cover back and forth. You can see it recoil in there. Yeah, it's working, right? But anyway, after you pull the cover off, this is the clutch assembly. There's like 4 screws up here. You just take these 4 screws off. You got this little shield that goes over that, and then you take a screwdriver. Well, you don't really need to take this off, but I just want to show you what's inside the clutch assembly, because I made this work a lot longer, and I could actually make it even work longer, but I got another one coming. But you don't need to take this off. I'm just trying to show you what's inside here. Like if you tap this with a screwdriver, you can pry up this washer or whatever this is, and what you got in here is actually these ball bearings, and what they catch on this side. And I took some of them out because they were like, this was worn, and if 2 of them jam up in here, that's what caused the thing not to spin freely, and it broke the recoil spring. And you know, that's probably what happened. So I had only 2 of them in here, so it wouldn't really, it wouldn't jam up too often. But I decided to just say, I ordered a new clutch assembly, right? But just to show you, like if you have that problem, a lot of times you could just take out without even ordering a new clutch assembly. It'll work with 2 of these balls, and actually if you get them just a couple of these ball bearings, even slightly oversized, you know, if you have any, you can put them in there, and it would in other words, what happens is these 2 ball bearings would get stuck in here, and then this wouldn't spin. It wouldn't spin like this, because 2 of them would get stuck in this one area, because there's too much tolerance between this, the blade here, and this, right? So, you know, I'm just getting another one. I'm not. I said, let me just get another one. The recoil thing is fixed fine. The engine runs fine, and I can, you know, I could just put it back together like this and probably work forever again. But I'm just going to change this clutch. So this is actually just, you don't need to take this off. I just wanted to show you the inside of it, you know, on what it looks like. All you got to do, this is actually just screwed on here. So when you pull, you know, you start the engine, it just becomes tighter. So it's just screwed on here. So what I do is, you got your brake, right? What I do is I jam a screwdriver in here in the brake, open up the brake, and then close the brake. You know, so that's holding it pretty good. And then you don't need no special damn tool or nothing. I just take a big screwdriver like this, and just take a piece of wood and stick it right here, like right in here, and hammer it. And I already loosened it, and it comes right off, and that's it. So when a new one comes on, I'm going to make sure I put some anti-seize on it, so it doesn't really get stuck on there too damn bad, you know, in other words, it doesn't freeze up. So, you know, when a new one comes in, I'll just screw it on there. Meantime, I can use this one, no problem. I said, I'm going to get another one, but that's basically how you take it off. The only thing you got to worry about is holding the flywheel, but the best way to hold the flywheel is to use the clutch itself and also the screwdriver. There's a special tool to kind of hold the vanes and stuff. I mean, you don't need all that garbage. And I don't want to put too much pressure on one of these blades, so I used the pressure from the brake, and I made the brake even stronger. So in other words, I had the brake open, put the screwdriver in the brake, you know, the engine stop brake, then close the brake. That's the engine stop, so it's on there pretty tight. So it's holding it. It's holding the flywheel assembly that way. Then put the screwdriver in there against the gas tank, and then just tap it open. So that's it. So I got another one on the way, but this will be fine. This won't jam up much, because now you can see it's with only 2 bolts. You see, like if you have a problem with this, you can just take out some of the ball bearings. I did this a couple years ago, but I guess what happened, how it broke the recoil spring again, was two of the ball bearings, they lined up with each other. Two of them went in one slot. I don't know if I want to really say this too much, but two of them went in one slot, so it would not do this. It would not spin like that freely. So anyway, but that's how you take it off. So if you don't want to, you don't need a special tool. And again, I want to repeat it, you want to use the brake and a screwdriver, so you're not going to bust any of these fins on here when you're tapping this off, and it just comes off counterclockwise. And then screw it when you put the new one on. Put some anti-seize, so if you ever got to take it off again, it's not going to be on there like frozen on there forever. Okay, over and out.